All right, let's go ahead and pause that. Danny Brown. And let's go ahead and grab the mic. All right, hopefully this is audible. It's Tuesday, May 21st, 10:33 a.m. I'm out here alone currently. We got into camp last night, set everything up. We were all pretty tired, so, we did everything that needed to be done in order to go to sleep successfully. I think I was in bed around 9:20. Then we got into camp like at 8:30. So, we really didn't do much more than just put everything up, get ready for bed and go to sleep. And it was great. It was much needed. We were all pretty tired from the 30-mile day. Plus, for me personally, I'd gone to bed at 12:30 a.m. the 2 days that we had zeros when we were in Damascus. And I still woke up at like 7:30 and 8. So I wasn't really rested from those zeros. Plus, having driven back myself, I didn't get to sleep in the car like everybody else, even though they didn't really sleep for a long time. Even a 20-minute nap might have done a lot of good. So that's another reason why I also don't think I'll be driving back to Atlanta anymore. It's just so fatiguing to drive like that. So my newest idea is to maybe from Maine get on a bus with Pooh Bear and Forrest, take it to Boston, and then fly out of Boston. So, maybe we'll do that. I don't know. I could float the idea. We're still not even halfway through, and I'm already thinking about logistics for getting home. But, I think that's fair enough. We all think about certain things out here, and, to be fair, I am excited about what comes after this. I'm still enjoying every day out here, hanging out with the folks and seeing the sights. Haven't seen any bears yet today. How's it going? Happy trails.
Big Mez's Wayside's still down.
Oh, is there?
Their lodge is open. It's got a little bit of town food and some grab-and-go sandwiches, but Lewis Mountain be your best resupply before Oklahoma.
Gotcha. That one's like 914 Lewis Mountain. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's right off the trail there. They got enough Snickers and Pop-Tarts to get you through the
Awesome. Cool. Thanks for the heads up. Enjoy the view. That's beautiful. All right. On the top of some mountain right now. And the guy just told me that I guess one of the wayside stations, which is, it's like a lot of little restaurants in the Shenandoahs, because you crisscross Skyline Drive a lot. Like, I think we probably crossed it 7 or 10 times yesterday. And some of these crossings, you can go to a restaurant and get some food. We yesterday went to a camp store and got beer, which was awesome. Planning on doing that again today. At the end of the day, we're meeting at a campsite, a picnic site, at like mile 914, which is like 17 miles in or something, or 14 miles. I don't really remember. But anyway, what was I talking about? Going home. We all talk about certain things. Yeah, anyway. So, this morning, we all slept in until 8, which was awesome. With Stretchman not being here, it seems like everyone's default is to sleep about an hour later than we would otherwise. And I think it's still worth having Stretchman here, despite waking up, most likely waking up earlier. He's well worth an hour every day. But since we did the 30, and we were still kind of tired from the night before when we hiked out, and it was super late, no one was in a rush this morning to wake up. I think I might have been the first person to kind of initiate it, because I asked Compton. I heard him say the first thing this morning, he was like, God, or something like that. And so I was like, was that you, Compton? And then the morning started. And it was a good morning. I really enjoyed it. Packed everything up. There was a tick in my frog tog, so I sent him on to heaven via conflagration, and packed up everything, got some water, made some coffee, had 2 bagels with peanut butter and jelly, like a single jar of this peanut butter and jelly swirl stuff. It's been kind of popular out here among Stretchman and myself. It's a pretty convenient way to eat peanut butter and jelly, instead of having 2 things with it in it. Without you don't have to carry 2 containers, basically. But yeah, enjoyed myself. Compton left first. He was saying he felt like he would need to go slow to kind of warm up, and then Pooh Bear and Forrest left, and I went to use the privy, which was nice. Definitely love having a morning that is just 100% my style, not feeling pressure to leave or anything like that. Today we're doing 20.5 miles, so it's a short day, relatively speaking. Shouldn't take more than like 7 hours, and even leaving at 9, as we all did, more or less, let's see, we're at a crossroads. You do the math, 20, let's call it 21 for evenness, 7 hours, so with relatively few breaks, that could take, like I said, 7 hours. So starting at 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, that would be 4 p.m., no stopping. We're going to stop at the picnic site, so we'll probably get to the store, the camp store, definitely before 5. I believe it closes at 6, so it's pretty perfect. And so we'll be almost halfway done with the Shenandoahs actually by the end of the day. I think Shenandoah is 101 miles long, and we'll have done over 50 today. So we should get out of it and into Front Royal. Let me think about it. Probably. What the fuck is making noise? Whatever. I'm not paying attention. So probably Wednesday. No, tomorrow's Wednesday. I guess Thursday. We'll walk into Front Royal and be able to resupply and then head on. A week from yesterday is Memorial Day, and we are going to be doing the 4-state challenge, Forrest, Pooh Bear and myself, which means we'll be doing a 44-mile day, which I'm pretty excited about, just to really push the envelope of what we're able to do, and also to, it's sort of like a AT challenge. There's a bunch of AT challenges out here. Obviously the 4-state challenge. There's a 10,000 calorie challenge where you try to eat 10,000 calories in one day. There's a 24 by 24 by 24, which is drinking 24 beers in 24 miles within 24 hours, I believe. So you have like a beer every mile. That one sounds terrible. I don't plan on doing that at all. I don't know what it is about my body, but it's sort of self-limiting. Like, if I tried to drink an entire 6-pack of beer, I would feel terrible. And so I typically don't have more than I would say 4 beers in one sitting would be for some sort of an event. I don't typically have more than that. And if I'm just by myself, I typically don't have more than 2. So, 24 beers in 24 hours would be so bad. Plus you'd have to carry it. It's just a big pain. Basically, I think if you attempt that challenge, it's like your entire resupply is just beer. Because, you think about 24 times 12. 12 times 12 is 144. So that's 288 ounces. 288 divided by 16. Man, I've run out of my mathematical abilities. Let's see. 288 divided by... No, it's divided by 12. Oh, so that's 144 ounces. How many pounds? Well, no, 16. Yeah, 16 is a pound. Let's figure this out. Hold on. Let's figure out how many pounds this would be. It's going to be 288. If I'm even doing the math right. 288 divided by 16. Wow. Well, if that's correct, then that would be 18 pounds of beer that you'd be carrying around, which is a lot. You don't typically get that much weight for a resupply. So I can only imagine. But anyway, we'll be doing the 4-state challenge, which again, I know I mentioned it yesterday, but for those who need a refresher, is Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. So you go through 4 states in one day, which will be exciting because, first of all, it signifies the end of Virginia. We'll sleep as close to the Virginia-West Virginia border as we can, and then we'll wake up and pretty much instantly go into West Virginia. So we'll finally be done with Virginia, and the West Virginia portion, which is only like 12 miles long, is where the ATC is, the what's it called, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, which is where like the hiker yearbook is, or not the hiker yearbook, but it's where you get your picture taken for like being at the halfway point kind of the trail. So that's kind of cool. Not really sure what they have in that store, but we'll probably spend about 10 minutes there at most. I know Pooh Bear said he wanted to get a shirt, and I wouldn't mind looking around myself, get some postcards for everybody, and then we'll head on. Oh fuck, I just gotta fly. Go to Maryland for a second, then go finally to Pennsylvania, which is where Forrest is from, and she's pretty excited, I think, to be in the vicinity of her hometown. She's already definitely planned us all to take at least 1-0 there, which I should just say 1-0. We don't really take 2 zeros unless it's trail days. Coming to Skyline Drive again. So that'll be cool. Pooh Bear made a whole schedule for us for like the rest of the month almost. I'm gonna do a quick tick check. Looks good. So we've got a pretty good idea. He wants to hit the halfway point before his 2-month anniversary out here, or at least his 2-month, it's not really an anniversary, but you know what I mean. He started on the 29th of March, and so we're going to try to get the halfway point before that, which works out well for Forrest and I, or me, because, you know, we started on the 30th, and so to get to the halfway point one day before our anniversary would be great. So things are still going quite well out here. Things to look forward to. This is the transition from May to June. It's going to be a fun one because there's going to be a lot happening. You know, it's going to be just. I'm ready to be done with Virginia. It's been a long time here, and once we're finally in Pennsylvania, like I don't know, like the things that we get to look forward to, like the White Mountains. That's going to be crazy cool. And I've never even been any farther north than New York City. So all those states, Maine, Vermont, Massachusetts, which one am I missing? I don't know. In any case, it's going to be some novelty coming up. And though it is hot out here, warm, it's still a lot more palatable than actually being a cyclist, because at least there's shade, pretty much almost constant shade. Like right now, I'm just basically kind of filtering in between patches of sunlight, followed by pretty much instant patches of shade. And so for me, you know, if you're out on the bike, you can really not escape the sun. The best you can do is wear sunscreen or clothing that will block it from you, because you're on the street, which doesn't tend to have a bunch of tree cover. But being out here in the green tunnel feels pretty good. So yesterday Compton was saying it was pretty hot to him, and I was just like, man, it's obviously subjective, but to me it feels totally fine. We'll wait for the dog days of summer to really see how hot things can get, but at least now here in late May, you know, I'm digging it. Don't really get sun exposure for too long, not even really long enough to get burnt, so it's all good. This morning started the day with listening to Alien Ant Farm, the album Anthology, which came out in like early 2000s, and that was a lot of fun listening to that. Been kind of getting back into that album. And then I listened to Danny Brown, Atrocity Exhibition. Got somebody coming up, so wait just a sec. Morning. Thank you. Good. Yeah, you as well. All right. Just passed a woman who asked me to take a picture of her yesterday. Anyway, yeah, so quite an eclectic musical day so far. Danny Brown and Alien Ant Farm. Both, well, more so Danny Brown, an acquired taste. But, man, once you acquire it, it's pretty sweet. So, let's see what else is on the agenda for today. Thinking, nothing really. I'm not sure what tomorrow holds for us in terms of distance, but I'm sure it's going to be slightly longer than today. Probably like a 25 mile or 27 or something. I don't think we have any actual 30 mile days. Yesterday was really only a 30 mile day by necessity and by accident. So, yeah, all is well, pressing forward. It hasn't rained for a while. Touch wood. Touched it. Which makes everything quite nice. In fact, when was the last time it even rained? Let me think. It's probably definitely before trail days. I don't remember. Doesn't really matter. Driest AT on record, y'all. Alright, I'm gonna go back to music now so I can pick up my pace. And I will talk to you perhaps later today. And if not then, definitely tomorrow. Bye for now.